Today we're making paneer, which is made all over India. It's a simple cheese that everybody loves to eat. I'm going to be using whole milk because it has the highest fat content. So we're going to pour it in this pan. It's on medium to low heat. We're going to heat it up and we're going to split the milk once it's heated to make cheese or paneer, which is used all over India for savory and sweet dishes. So I'm giving the milk a stir. We don't want to scald it. We don't want any red spots on the bottom because then your paneer is going to have those red little bits in it, and we want a nice white paneer. So we're going to heat it up. It doesn't have to be boiling. It can just be a simmer. And we're going to wait a little bit, and then we'll add some kind of a sour thing like vinegar or lemon juice, or some people like to use citric acid. But today we're going to be using lemon juice. So the milk is simmering and it's probably about to boil, so I'm going to get my strainer ready. So I have a bowl with a strainer and then the cheesecloth over it. And once the milk is split, we're going to pour it through the cheesecloth. So the milk is simmering and I'm stirring it because I don't want it to boil over. Another thing I wanted to add was that once you strain the whey from the curds, you can actually use the whey for another recipe. And paneer is a kind of an indulgence for the vegetarians, since they don't eat meat, so they like to eat paneer. And they're almost ready to add the sour ingredient to split it. Another little fact is that if your milk sours, don't throw it away, just heat it up and it'll split all by itself, and then you can have curds and whey. The milk is boiling now and I'm going to add the lemon juice. This is the lemon juice that I'm using, but you can use whatever one that you have, even a sour yogurt you can use. So here's a 1/4 cup I'm going to start with. I'm going to pour it in and it starts splitting almost right away. And if you need more, you can add more. I'm going to turn the heat back on because I still want it to simmer. Now you see it's starting to split. And it's going to keep splitting and it's going to separate. And I'm going to add just a bit more. And there we go. It's probably another 1/4 cup, and you can see you're getting the whey and the cheese. And I'm going to let that simmer just for a little bit. So the milk is splitting. You can see I got a spoon. This is the whey, and these are the curds. And if you don't have lemon juice, you can certainly use vinegar or even yogurt to split the milk. And now it's split, so I'm going to let it rest. Turn the heat off and just let it rest and do its thing for a little bit. And it's ready. And you could actually put it through the colander, through the cheesecloth right now, but I like to let it sit a little bit and come together a little bit more. So I've let my pot here sit for about 10 minutes so the cheese can really come together and be separated properly from the whey. Now I'm doing it this way because I would like to save the whey to make dough for when I make roti later. And I also never really make paneer unless my milk is spoiled, because you can use milk in so many other ways. And so if you have spoiled milk, don't throw it away, just heat it up and it'll separate, and then you can make your paneer. I'm pouring off the whey, reserving the liquid, and you see the milk has scalded a little bit, but a paneer still looks great. So I'm gathering up the cheesecloth. It's hot, 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 so be careful. And here's the paneer and here's the whey. And I'm going to let it cool so I can handle it better. I'm rinsing out the paneer because I don't want it to have that lemony taste that we use to split the milk with. So give it a good rinse. You can even soak it in cold water if you want. Now it's easier to handle, and now I can give it a nice good squeeze. Okay, so now I'm just twisting it so that it can squeeze out the whey some more. And what I'm gonna do is put this container of whey over it for the weight. So you can really, that's what I like to do. It really presses the liquid out. And then we're gonna let it sit there for maybe an hour or until you're ready to use it. Paneer, and you see it's still got a lot of juice in it, which is okay. You can actually use it at this stage, but I personally want it a little drier, so I'm gonna let it sit, put the weight back on, and let the juice squeeze up. Okay, so let's check on the paneer. I'm gonna open it up, and you see it's nice and come together. And if you leave it together, it'll be in one big chunk.